So what's up, guys? This is Mike with QGC. I'm here with a segment that's going to be a little bit different today. This is called Rage 2 and Rage 2. And if you haven't guessed, in this segment I play Rage 2 and I Rage 2. And today's topic is going to be Game of Thrones Season 8 because I have a lot of thoughts on the 6 episodes that were released by HBO these past couple months. And I've been looking for the medium to efficiently broadcast those thoughts. So here we go. Let's do it while we're playing some Rage 2. Now, just to give some context, I was obsessed with Game of Thrones. You know, I didn't read all the books, and I wasn't somebody who's watched it multiple times, but I love Game of Thrones. I told all of my friends, you know what, the best thing on TV right now is Game of Thrones. If you're not watching Game of Thrones, you're missing out. And for a very long time, that was absolutely the truth. The best way I would describe it to my friends is I would say the scope is so big in this show that two of the main characters, I'm talking about Daenerys and Tyrion, don't meet until season 5. And those are main characters that don't meet each other until the show's halfway through its episodes, which is, that just speaks testaments to the scope of Game of Thrones. There hasn't been something that has been, done like that before. So a major response I've seen to people complaining about season 8 is you're just upset it didn't turn out how you wanted it to, and you're mad your theories didn't pan out. There's been clear hints that she's been evil the entire time. You just must not have been paying attention and all that jazz. I'm sure you've heard it. And my response to that simply is, I don't think the season is bad because of the plot point choices that they made. I think the season is bad because they failed to establish those points and make them feel like they could actually happen. And that is something that the earlier seasons did almost perfectly. The fact that, when crazy shit would happen, it would have been leading up to that crazy shit happening for 10 episodes, and you see the slow burn of things starting to unfold. And just if Daenerys losing her mind would have been given that treatment, then I think it would have been one of the greatest TV moments of all time. But unfortunately, it wasn't handled that way, and it's just disappointing as a result. I loved the first 2 episodes. I completely thought that I was getting what I expected. I think episode 3 is the first time where I saw any signs of danger, but it wasn't bad. I'm getting my ass kicked right now. Episode 3 wasn't bad. I remember sitting through the Battle of Winterfell and just thinking, this is dragging on. There's not a lot happening. Why are these characters almost dying and then being completely fine minutes later? That was the first time where I really saw that this might be going south. And then episode 4 is just where it was without a doubt taking a turn for the worse, and it did not come back. Another big issue that I had with season 8 is the fact that characters just kind of developed plot armor. And plot armor was something that you didn't even see anything even close to a sliver of a sign of plot armor. Your favorite characters, season 1, episode 10, the main character of the show gets his head cut off. That is what epitomizes Game of Thrones. And in this season, they just put these characters into situations where they should have almost certainly died, and then they're just kind of getting through those situations. They just kind of survive, and there's not really any good explanation as to how. They just kind of approached the whole thing with a sense of carelessness, and I don't mean disrespect when I say that, because I know that this show was difficult to put together, and a lot of people worked really hard, but there was just certain things that would have never slid, that would have never happened in the earlier seasons that happened in season 8. And obviously the writing has a certain degree of carelessness to it. Storylines are just not developed as they were once. Characters are making decisions that don't coincide with who they have established themselves to be through this entire story, namely Tyrion, who, for whatever reason, the smartest man in Westeros didn't think that it's a bad idea to hide in the crypt when you're battling the army of the dead. Aside from the writing, I just feel like the carelessness, or the small degree of carelessness, started with the showrunners, who are also the writers, and it just trickled down to other parts of the production as well. And the reason why I believe this is because you look at things like drinks being left on set in 2 of the 6 episodes. In 2 of the 6 episodes, somebody left a freaking drink on set. The Jaime Euron battle was edited very poorly. The Hound versus the Mountain was edited pretty poorly. And I was kind of disappointed because these big epic moments just weren't given like the care that they deserved. Like, we've been looking forward to Sandor Clegane versus the Mountain since season 1, and it just kind of happened, and it just made me, I just didn't really care about it. I wasn't invested, and that's what broke my heart the most about season 8, is just the fact that I felt like I was baited and then switched on to a degree. I was promised this illustrious show with an incredible deep storyline, and then at the last minute they left me at the altar and just gave me something that wasn't even close to what I had become used to. Looking back, if there's a way to do it differently, I think it clearly would have been awesome to get 1 season dedicated to battling the Night King, 1 season dedicated to battling Cersei, and then 1 season of Dany's rule and how that unfolds. And unfortunately, we didn't get that. It just kind of felt rushed. I don't have a problem with the decisions they made with the plot. I just have a problem with how they built those decisions up and how they pulled them off. And overall, you know, it just sucks. It really sucks. That's all I got, really. I just needed to complain, and I think I might use this platform, Rage 2 and Rage 2, again in the future. But, you know, that's it. If you guys are interested in what I actually think about Rage 2, please subscribe, because I actually do enjoy it quite a bit. I think I'm going to keep playing it. Almost everything but like the story and the dialogue is great. I love the gameplay, and I just don't give a shit about the story at all. But the gameplay and, you know, the vehicle customization, all that stuff is awesome. So I really enjoy this game more than I thought I would, and that's like my short review. I'll definitely make some more videos about it in the future. Anyways, before I make this video too long, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter if you please, subscribe, press that like button, make a comment, tell me what you'd like to see next, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.